channel. As you can see in the description below, I am going to be talking about first and second trimester symptoms. I want to make a disclaimer now, okay? Everybody's pregnancy is different, so what I deal with in my pregnancy may not be what you deal with in your pregnancy. Your symptoms may be better, your symptoms may be worse. You may have some of the symptoms I've had, you may not. So we're getting that out of the way now. I am currently 25 weeks pregnant, so that would make me 5 months. As far as my first trimester, I'm just going to run through a few of the things that I actually dealt with. One of the things that I dealt with was pain. I had a lot of sharp round ligament pains, which are just like sharp pains that go kind of like from your belly button to your pelvic area. I thought I was going to have a miscarriage or something. Like, I was like, something's wrong. I've never had these before. I don't know what's going on. It's like a cramping sensation, and it would last for like 10-15 minutes. So I dealt with that. I dealt with back pains, like to the point where it was keeping me up all night long. Like, I'm tossing and turning. Like, my back was in so much pain. Like, it hurt so bad. I also dealt with breast tenderness. And listen, I ain't no big titty chick, okay? Like, I got tiny little boobs, but they were in so much pain. Like, I did not want to wear a bra. I barely wanted to touch them. When I was in the shower, I would just like, you know what I mean? Like, I was not trying to touch, like, nothing. Like, it hurt so freaking bad just to really, like, even like touch them, like, or laying on them just like hurt. Like, it was just like my body was dealing with the changes of having a baby. So yeah. Some other things I dealt with was nose sensitivity. I didn't really get nauseous. It was more so of like headaches. And I would say, like, I didn't really have like morning sickness symptoms. It was more so of like headaches. So I would like get these pounding headaches based off of like what I smelled. Like, I had like this apple spice wax smell in my room, and that would make me just like, my head would be just like booming. Like, you felt like it was just like, it was bad. So I had to change that to like a softer scent, which was like a linen. Softer scents were usually better on my nose, but stronger scents, yeah, they just did not sit well with me. I didn't really like vomit or anything in my pregnancy, thank God, but I did have headaches while I was pregnant. Another thing that I dealt with in pregnancy is I couldn't really eat. Like, I would be starving, and you would think that, you know, oh my gosh, like, I could eat a house right now. But then I would like take a bite out of like a tiny sandwich. Like, I would just take a little bite and I would be completely full. Like, my stomach couldn't really harbor much space. So most of the time it was like I couldn't even really eat like full sandwiches or like full meals, or even sometimes half a meal, because I felt like, you know, if I ate anymore I was gonna like vomit. So it was just like really small portions. It felt like kind of like your stomach was going to explode. Like, when you go to the buffet and you know you're not supposed to eat them donuts because you're already full, but you're going to eat them donuts, and then you see some ice cream. Like, it was one of those. So it was kind of just like, yeah, it didn't matter what it was. I always was full. I realized I always had bad reactions to fast foods. I'm not the healthiest eater. I am going to try to work on that. I have been working on it since I've been pregnant, because the baby just seems not to fit in well with fried foods, like fast food, stuff like that, fried chicken, like, it's not well with her. She does like stuff like granola bars, fruit, salads. She's a healthy eater, and I'm praying to God she's not a picky eater, but she is a healthy eater. If you see me looking down, it's probably because I had baby brain. I mentioned this before, so I have to write stuff down so I can remember. Another thing is I took these prenatal vitamins, because you have to take prenatal vitamins when you get pregnant. It just helps, you know, with everything, like help the baby grow, and it helps you, and overall it's good for you. So I was taking these gummies. I'll link them down below, but they taste just like candy. They kind of like had like sugar on them, and I was taking those because they were easy for me to take. They taste like candy, and pretty much you just pop 2 in with like a meal, or like sometime during the day. It's better to eat them with food, obviously, but they were good for me. Those were prenatal vitamins that I was taking. So I really didn't have like much issues with that. I was very lazy. I was always tired, and it was just like I could sleep throughout the day. Like I would wake up, go to the bathroom, possibly get something to eat because I know I didn't eat all day, and get right back in my bed. Like it was bad, and I would be like exhausted, and I would be like I slept all day, wake up still exhausted. So being tired is definitely something that I dealt with in my first trimester. A lot of people make it seem like the first trimester is like the worst thing that could have possibly ever happened to you. But in my case, I had an easy first trimester, to be honest. Outside of like my headaches and like dealing with back pains, which are normal, or pelvic pains that are normal, or breast pains that are normal, I was pretty much fine. I feel like the only real complaint I had is I was tossing and turning all night. But as far as what everybody else says with the first trimester, I didn't deal with any of those issues. Most people were assuming that it was going to be a boy because, you know, first of all, I was a low carry. Second of all, I just really wasn't having any symptoms of what they said that a girl was supposed to be having. So it was just under the assumption that I was having a boy. Another thing, I didn't really gain any weight. Like for the first like 3 months, I want to say, like I was good to go. You couldn't even really tell that I was like pregnant at all. Like you couldn't, like you could not tell that I was pregnant. I still had a flat stomach. I still was still small. I still was able to go out with my girls. I was still able to go out and party. I think the last time I actually went out was October 31st, and I just hit 18 weeks. So it was Halloween. Me and my girl had went to club. But that day I realized I had a little pudge. It wasn't nothing that was drastic where it was like if somebody seen me, they'd be like, oh, she's definitely pregnant. But it was like, you might have gained a pound or two. Like, so I was kind of just like, okay. Like after that I was like, I'm not going out after this because it's like my baby's starting to show, and it's like you can't be pregnant up in the club. Like I wasn't really showing, and I like to dance, so I'm gonna go to the club. I'm not harming my baby. I'm not drinking. I had seltzer water with 3 limes. That was my drink. But outside of that, like I carried on into life the way, you know, I normally do, except for I just didn't do anything that would be harming my child, and dancing is just a form of exercise. So yeah. Moving on into my second trimester, those vitamin gummies that I took, they made me so nauseous, like sick to my stomach. Like it was like I would eat them and it would feel like my stomach was like curling up. Like they were just not settling with me. So I ended up going from the gummies and switching to pills because it just made more sense for me. I don't really care for pills and really care to swallow pills, but I do take hair and vitamin pills. So I just kind of just took them all at one time. Took them with food because I realized when I didn't take them with food, I was really nauseous and I felt like they were going to come back up. So I took those with food as well. Second trimester, I didn't get any stretch marks. I don't have any stretch marks on my boobs. I don't have any stretch marks outside of like the regular stretch marks I've had before, which were on my butt, which is a classic woman tiger stripe. So outside of that, no. My butt did grow. So I mean, I'm happy about that. I didn't have any growth in my boobs yet, although I am 5 months. They're still tiny. Like they're a little fuller, like I can like get a nice cup, but they're not like, you know, you went from like a baby A cup to like you double D's now. No, that just wasn't something that happened for me. So I'm hoping that I go up a few cup sizes, but if it doesn't happen, it is what it is. I'm just hoping that my titties don't look like flatbacks. You hear me? Because that's not cute. Another thing that I dealt with in my second trimester is pigmentation change. My underarms started to get a little darker. My the lining on my stomach, like I got that line now on my stomach. I also like my little area started to get a little darker. My lips started to like get like a browner color. Nothing was like a drastic change where it was like it went from like brown to black, but I could tell because it's my body. I can obviously tell like if there's some changes in it. So I just like seeing that there was like some pigmentation change. I'm not as tired this semester. I'm not as tired in this trimester. Oh my God. And I feel like I have more energy. I'm able to like bounce around. I'm able to do whatever it is it needs to do. But I do need to be in bed at a certain time. Like I can't just be up till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep and try to pop up. No, like my body lets me know like, hey mommy, it's nap time. Like, and I'm kind of just like, all right, y'all, I gotta go to bed. Like, so it's like I have more energy throughout the day. I'm not sleeping 24/7, but I do also need to be in bed and get my rest. So that's something that I have realized, that she don't play around. When she want to sleep, she want to sleep. I also have gained cravings. Nothing major, just but more like Sundays. Like she's a sweets eater. I'm not a big chocolate person. She's a big chocolate person. If you notice that I'm saying she, it's because we did find out my gender, and I am having a baby girl. So yeah, I'll insert a clip of how we found out. So yeah, we found out that we were having a baby girl, and for me, I kind of was just like, oh, whatever, you know, like I wasn't really expecting like one or the other, like a boy over a girl. I just really wanted to have a healthy baby. I feel like her dad was like, oh dang it, like I'm having a little girl, like kind of like he knew he was stuck after that. So but I feel like we're really happy. We both can't wait until she gets here. We started buying mad stuff for her. Like, so, I mean, time's coming quickly. And, like, before we know, we're going to blink and she's going to be here. So, I need to make sure that my baby is very, very well prepared when she gets here. I don't want to, like, be scrambling around last minute. But, yes. Back to what I was saying about eating. She likes chocolate. So brownie sundaes, chocolate chip cookies, Snickers bars. I realized I was like munching around in the house. Pretty much any chocolate she likes to eat. Also, I've been craving apple pies, like not like McDonald's apple pies, but like those real like sizzly like apple pies with ice cream on the top. That's something that she craves too. So I don't know if it's necessarily the ice cream or whatever sweet that's inside of it, but those are like some things that she like really craves for, as well as like gummy worms and gummy bears. Those were things that I was craving for as well when I had her. Outside of that, I pretty much eat everything regular. She still likes healthier foods. So yeah, that's just what it is with that. I realized my face got fuller. Like I got chunkier cheeks. I got like a bigger nose. So those are a few things that, you know, I don't necessarily love about pregnancy, but it's not terrible. You know, I might be out here looking like a pygmy mama said with this little nose or whatever, but it's not like completely terrible. So I don't really have many complaints. I have a belly now, definitely. Like it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, you pregnant, boo. Like it's not even like, no, it's like, I'm pregnant. You can tell. Like you can definitely tell that I'm pregnant now. So my stomach's a little fuller. I kind of have like the little cut. Like my baby's here. She was like, listen, I hid long enough. You went out to the club. You did your thing, boo. I'm here now. So no more sucking it in. No more hiding her. No. With that being said, she's a low carry. So my pants, my jeans, they don't fit. So I gotta be like restricted to like leggings, sweatpants, yoga pants, anything that's comfortable, because it's like anything that's too tight, I'm like, oh no, take it off. Like no, everything that's comfortable. I'm trying not to go into maternity clothes, but my shirts are getting a little too small, and I be like trying to pull them down, but it's like, girl, you just gotta get something that's a little bigger and it fits a little better. But you know, I'm gonna stretch it out. And then if I get too big, obviously I'm gonna have to hit the mall or something to get like some clothes that actually fit. But for the most part, the only thing that really grew on me was my stomach. I got my little booty, but outside of that, like my arms are still small. You know, I still got little tiny baby legs. I'm naturally a small person. I'm 5'6". I'm usually 133 pounds, so I'm very slim. I'm not, you know, like a big chick at all. I'm not thick John. Like I'm a really slim chick, you know. So I feel like I'm probably just going to be a small carry because I am slim. So yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it, but my boobs don't hurt anymore. My back pain is not as bad. I feel like when I hit like weeks, because every Tuesday I hit a week, maybe like a day or two before, I might have back pains, or, you know, it might just be a little uncomfortable, but it's never like to the point where I can't sleep. I've also adjusted to sleeping on my sides, on my back. I do realize that if I am sleeping on my back, my body hurts quicker. Sometimes if I sleep on my left, my body hurts quicker. They say they get the most circulation that way, but my right side is usually my go-to to how I'm sleeping. Outside of that, oh, baby movements. Yeah, that's another thing. Baby movements is something that I have definitely been able to hit. Like a first trimester, I started feeling little taps around maybe like, I want to say like 16 weeks. Like there was just little taps, and I'm like, okay. Like I didn't really have like the butterflies, the squirms that they say that you have, but I was just getting like little taps. Like somebody was just kind of like, I'm in here, like one of those type of things. Like, so I was just kind of like, okay. And then it like stopped for a little bit. Now that I'm 25 weeks, she's in there. You can't deny it. Like I feel her moving from here to there. Her like kicks are very quick, like very quick kicks. She loves when I read to her. I feel like I get a really good reaction out of her. She loves when I talk to her. Anytime I eat, she starts moving. She hasn't moved enough for her dad to really be able to feel her yet. A few other people have been able to feel her, but I don't know what it is about him. But when he's around, she just doesn't move. I don't know what's going on. So I'm like, I don't know. Like, but I'm just waiting until like she's really active to the point so like he can actually feel what I'm feeling. Because I feel like she only really does it like if I'm going to sleep, or, you know, if like I wake up early in the morning, and like sometimes like he's just not able to be there to like fill those moments. So eventually I'm hoping that I do get there. Some other things I'm dealing with: shortness of breath, also breathing heavier. Being pregnant, I'm not necessarily huge, but those are some symptoms that I deal with. I realize that I breathe heavier and I run out of breath really quickly. I also am super emotional. I can be pissed off in 2 seconds, and then the next second I am sad, and then the next second I'm happy, and then the next second I'm fine, and then the next second I'm mad again. So it's like my emotions are all over the place, and I'm kind of just trying to like iron them out. But naturally I'm an understanding person, so I feel like, you know, me personally and then the emotions kind of like are trying to balance each other out, but it is what it is. But those are my confidence level. My confidence level went up. I feel like can't nobody tell me nothing, honey. Like, I don't care what I look like. You ain't about to tell me nothing with my big old belly. Like, I feel like that's something that also happened. And they say, like, when you have a girl, like, you're supposed to get uglier. That's another thing. Do not listen to what anybody has to say about their theories or whatever it is they think that is supposed to happen in your first and your second trimester. And, oh, these are the symptoms of a boy. Oh, these are the symptoms of a girl. You're definitely having a boy. You're definitely having a girl. Everybody's pregnancy is different. My pregnancy is going to be different than yours. Your pregnancy is going to be different than mine. Even if we have similarities, it's going to be different. So you just have to focus on you and what it is, you know. If you want a boy, speak it into existence. If you want a girl, speak it into existence. I got a girl. I wasn't speaking into existence I wanted a boy, but I really didn't care what I had. So it was a little kind of just like, okay, I'm having a little girl. Now I get to dress her up and we get to wear matching outfits and take cute little pictures, and I can take her everywhere, and we can have mommy and me dates with like our nails and feet done. And, like, I could do her little hair. So it was fine by me. I didn't really like mind. But just don't listen to anybody else. I would definitely do my research on like a few things before you get yourself freaked out. you know, because like you're worried, you're about to be a new mom, so you want to make sure you're the best mom that you can be. But these were just some things that I dealt with being pregnant. You may not necessarily deal with being pregnant. I know recently, because my baby's a low carry, I've been having issues with squirts, I'll say. Like, so it's like sometimes like I have to wear something, because it's like if I cough, if I sneeze, if I laugh, sometimes I'll pee myself. So, and it's embarrassing dealing with when you're like grown. But if you're babysitting on your bladder, you're babysitting on your bladder. There's nothing you can do. So you'll just have your own different situations that you're dealing with when you're pregnant. And I hope that this helped out some mothers, or at least got some mothers excited, because pregnancy is not as bad as people try to make it seem. And you have those mothers that are like, oh, I'm pregnant, oh my, like, girl, please, boo, child. Ain't nobody trying to hear your sob story. Enjoy your pregnancy while you can, because when the baby gets here, you about to not have no sleep. You about to have a whole new life. So enjoy it while you're pregnant. Enjoy it while you have your little belly, and rub on her and talk to her and speak to her and play music, or him, or whatever it is that you may be having. But don't really take too much heed to somebody else and what it is they're saying, because I realized a lot of stuff that people tell you is their opinion, and that's exactly just it. Like, that's it. Like, they try to make out the best for you, but you may get a lot of negativity in pregnancy and people trying to push that off on you. But just move it to the side and do what you got to do, and enjoy your pregnancy. Like, this is happening. God bless you with a baby. You're able to carry a baby. You're not having no issues. So let's keep it moving and like enjoy it. And that's exactly what I plan on doing. I will keep you guys updated. I will let you guys know, you know, what's going on, what I'm doing, what I'm up to, just so you guys can also see what I'm going through along this journey as well. So I'll catch you guys next time. See you later. Bye.